Jussie's story sounds really funny. It's changed a few times. They saw him, they put a noose on his neck. I'm gonna always have questions when a black man says that he gets a noose around his neck and then he tells me that he left it there for 45 minutes. But if the story came out that this nigga left his crib at 2 in the morning, the Subway, first a couple Subways? What Subways in Chicago that taste that great? You're showing me actors.
They're black first.
That means nothing to me. That means nothing to me.
He's a black man and he's gay.
That means nothing to me. I don't believe none of that story. I waited a week.
You know what?
I waited a week.
What's going on, YouTube? Cozy Jones here, back with another video. Today I want to talk about this whole Jussie, Smollett. Is it? It can't be Jussie. Jussie spelled J-E-S-S-E or J-E-S-S-I-E. This guy spells his name J-U-S-S-I-E. Juicy? I really didn't want to do this story. It happened about a week ago. And the reason why I didn't want to do it was because it's not a story. It's not worth talking about. And the reason why is because everything that's transpired, the report he gave to the police, it doesn't add up in any way, shape, or form. You know, and really everybody just came out and just came to his defense. Simply because he's black, I guess so, black, and gay. Now, you know these two groups in America, black people and gay people. If you can get sympathy from either group, mainly the gay community, the LGBTQ community, if you can empathize with them or get sympathy from those guys, you're good. You know, those, like, if a black person calls you a racist in America, you better watch out. If a gay person calls you homophobic or you're against, you know, or you're transphobic or, you know, all of those kind of things, you're in big trouble. This has been the standard for a while now in the United States. I don't know why, but it is. Now, this guy, Jussie, told police that he was walking around in Chicago last week and around 2 a.m. during this entire this weird weather we've been having in the Middle East, you know, where things are just freezing, you know, think of below 19 degrees or something like that. In Chicago, mind you, Chicago. So he's walking around at 2 a.m. claiming that he was looking for a Subway. I'm no, you know, specialist or anything like that, but I don't know about any Subway that's open at 2 a.m. in this particular weather. I don't know of anything. I don't know. You know, and I live in a pretty big city myself. I live in Houston, Texas. You know, so I'm not really sure why, you know, he's supposed to be the celebrity from the show Empire on Fox. I've never seen the show, never seen that episode. But why not call Uber Eats? You know, I don't know who will be driving around that time to be delivering food to anybody, you know, but the point, you know, he's a celebrity. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You could get someone to get you something to eat if he was that serious. But this is what he told police. And the truth of the matter is, at least in my opinion, I don't think he was going out to get food at all. I think he was doing some things he probably had no business doing. He got caught up, and I guess you guys can see where I'm going with this. I think he was going out for a booty call. He got caught up, and yeah, somebody dealt with him. But he told police that it was two people who attacked him, two white guys with ski masks and MAGA hats. Now that visual would be kind of silly. Why would I be wearing a ski mask and a MAGA hat at the same time? Or why would anyone be wearing these kind of things? You know? The surveillance footage came out and nobody with that description was shown in the video. So that was fishy. Then he said that these attackers poured bleach on him. Now, mind you, again, this weather that we were dealing with last week in the Middle East, any kind of liquid would have froze immediately. So when you say somebody poured bleach on you, You sure about that? Like minus 19 degrees? You sure about that? So, and then he had a noose around his neck. And he kept it on his neck for like about 45 minutes or so. Now, given the history of nooses and lynching in the United States with black people, that should be a red flag. Like that's something you want to take off your neck immediately. But he left it on for some reason. You know, and that's weird. The police also asked him for his cell phone because he claimed that he was on the phone with his manager prior to the incident. So the police said, "Okay, can we see your phone? We want to make sure that that what you're claiming took place." He refused to give up his phone. But why? Why not? Why would you not? If you were brutally attacked, if this was a hate crime against you, why wouldn't you not give up your phone to the authorities so they can do their due diligence and figure out what the hell is going on? Now, I'm not the world's greatest detective. I'm certainly not Batman, but I can put two and two together and say to myself, he's probably hiding something, which is why he didn't relinquish his phone to the authorities. Or he didn't want them to see something in his phone. I don't think he was on the phone with his manager at 2 a.m. walking the streets of Chicago. That doesn't make no sense to me. You know? And then a day or so later, he's on stage somewhere performing, talking about how he is the gay Tupac. Really? By you claiming you being the gay Tupac, does that come with the accused or the alleged rape that Tupac participated in, which I think was blasphemous? I think he was lied on about that. Same thing with Mike Tyson. I think he was lied on about him raping some woman. But it is what it is. This is society we live in. Women are allowed to just say whatever they want to say, and we're supposed to believe them because they're women. But you're the gay Tupac, apparently. Jussie, whatever. And as I thought about, and you know, everything I just laid out to you guys might not make any sense to you guys, and that's how I felt when I first heard the story, when everything was coming out. And so I started to think to myself, this has a theme going on here. There's a particular theme going on with all of this. I don't know if you guys remember the young girl, the 7-year-old girl who died, who was killed, I should say. Jasmine Barnes. Not too long ago. And everybody was in an uproar. Man, the black community mainly. Man, we gotta pay for her funeral. I'm gonna pay for a funeral, man. Shaq said he'll pay for a funeral. DeAndre Hopkins, the wide receiver of the Houston Texans, said he'll pay for a funeral. You know, all these black people coming out trying to do show support and everything like that. Cool. You know, you have this fake black guy named Sean King. Came out and said that he will give a certain amount to anyone who can find the killers of this little girl, Jasmine Barnes. And I don't know how long it was before they figured out that the killer was not even a white person, it was a black person. And then all of a sudden, everything just died down and the story just kind of went away. Then we have the Covington Catholic High School, where the media and the public demonized these high school kids because what they got a glimpse of was this white boy, this young man. They got a glimpse of this young man staring down this Native American Vietnam veteran, basically. And so they kind of viewed it as demeaning or whatever. So they said that's what he was doing. Come to find out, we got the full footage. These kids were minding their business and this guy approached them. He was the aggressor. He was the agitator. Literally beating his drum in the boy's face, and the boy stood his ground. Come to find out, that Native American he wasn't a Vietnam veteran. In that situation, what could that boy have done? Had he walked away, they said that he turned his back to an elder, disrespectful. Had he spoken to the man, he would have said he was trying to, dismiss or overtalk him or whatever. What could he have done? in that situation and not be vilified, as he already was. But when the whole video came out and when we saw that these kids did nothing wrong, nobody did. They sent these kids death threats and everything. Nobody apologized to these kids. And I hope they lawyer up and sue everybody for defamation. Because these are high school kids, man. They're receiving death threats. Come on, man. But once again, what's the theme in that? These white kids. And now we have Jussie claiming that these two white people attacked him with MAGA hats. And they claim to say, this is MAGA country. Now, I'm not the most political person in the world, but Chicago is the furthest thing from MAGA country. Okay? There's probably not a more liberal city in the country than Chicago. Probably New York and LA. Other than that, I don't think any other city is more liberal than Chicago. Chicago's MAGA country? Really? Listen, the theme in those three separate instances, or incidents, I should say, is that we as a society, we're demonizing white men. We are. I know it may be hard for you guys to believe, and I'm not sticking up for white men, but I'm just saying, this is what it is. And it's not really white men, it's men in general. They're attacking masculinity. Now, toxic masculinity is actually a phrase. It's actually like, it's a problem in our society now, apparently. Look at the whole Gillette commercial that came out. How long ago? Toxic masculinity is this new phenomenon now. Nobody talks about toxic femininity. But why not? It's just as bad, if not worse, if you ask me. I can't speak for other communities, but in the black community, toxic femininity, you can't tell me it doesn't exist. Now, obviously, there's always going to be an exception to the rule. You're going to have your bad apples and your bad seeds and stuff like that in any community. I understand that. But I'm black, so I can only speak about my own community. That doesn't mean that I'm downing my community on, no. It is what it is. For me to sit up here and tell you that this doesn't exist in the black community, you guys would think I was full of shit. So I do believe masculinity is under attack in the United States. I don't know any other civilization that is not a patriarchy civilization. And it comes everything, men's rights, everything, man. It's under attack. I'm not saying women should quote unquote stay in their place or anything like that. I'm just saying women don't build civilization. They don't. Men do. Men are leaders. So why are we trying to mess with the balance? Women are nurturers. Women are not born to be leaders. Again, that's not me saying every woman. I didn't say all. There's always exceptions to the rule. We need to understand that as human beings. If you never hear me say all, don't assume I say all. Because if you do, I will block you. That's my take. This has been Cozy Jones. Like, share, and subscribe. If you disagree with what I'm saying, just tell me what you disagree with. If you agree, tell me what you agree with. I welcome all perspectives and all viewpoints in my comment section. I'm willing to engage with everybody about anything. So, let's get it going. And Cozy Jones, it's been Cozy Jones. I am Cozy Jones, signing off.